Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa DeToffel, Chief Cheerleader and owner of Relationship Connections Facebook group, Relationship Connections Referral Network, and Tiger Eye Solution, an expert virtual assistant business that supports speakers, coaches, and solo professionals. Today, in this weekly live, we're going to talk about follow-up. Such an important topic, and a topic that's kind of near and dear to me. In my Tiger Eye Solution business, this is a service that I provide. And I'm actually one of the people on the Tiger Eye Solution team that actually does that service for our clients. So this is a topic that I could probably talk about all day long, to be honest. But I do have a few notes, so we're not going to talk about it all day long. But before we jump into our topic, I do want to welcome you to Relationship Connections Weekly Live. This is a group or a community where we network and get to know each other to help each other grow our businesses. So if you are new to the community, I would like to welcome you. So please comment below and tell us a little bit about you and your business and what you do. We would love to get to know you. If you're also interested, I would love to schedule a coffee chat with you if you're new to the community, or if we have not had a coffee chat in the past, I would love to schedule that. So please comment that you're interested in that as well in the comments below. So also, I would like everyone, if you haven't already, to visit the RCRN, Relationship Connections Referral Network, bi-monthly meetings. Our next meeting is next Tuesday, the 15th, I think. Yes, November 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, we also have a monthly gathering and training that you're also welcome to visit. Our next gathering and training is the 29th of November at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Our bi-monthly meetings are for members and those that would like to visit the network to meet, collaborate, and build relationships or power partners to help you grow your business. You're welcome to visit our network meetings twice for free before making your decision to join. We do have structured meetings twice a month on the first and third Tuesday of every month, and we enjoy getting to know each other on a deeper level so that we can refer others in our own network to each other. If you're like me and you network a lot, then you have different networks for sure, okay? So someone visiting the RCRN meeting, one of the bi-monthly meetings, and we have a coffee chat and I learn more about their business, then I might know someone out of my overall network that I could refer to them or refer them to. Hello, Facebook user. I cannot see your name, but good morning. Glad to have you here with me. Glad you decided to join us. So there's so many benefits to networking for sure. I know I have shared with you before. I am part of other networking organizations as well. One of them being V-Team. If you're interested in visiting my V-Team chapter, I am the vice president of that of the chapter that I'm a part of. I would love to have you come visit us as well at one of our meetings. We meet on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And those meetings also are an hour in duration. Our bi-monthly meetings do last an hour. They are structured, as I said. Our gathering and trainings can last up to an hour and a half. We have the regular networking at the beginning of the call, the breakout rooms, etc. And then we have a special guest speaker that comes to speak to us, and they have 20 to 25 minutes to educate us about their business and how they help others, okay? So if you're interested in learning more or possibly attending one of our meetings, you can post that in the comments below as well. Or if you're not a part of our actual Facebook community, we have a Facebook group called Relationships Connections. It's a free group to all professionals. We would love to have you come over there and join us in the Facebook group. So head over to Facebook and just put Relationships Connections, both words with an S, in the search bar. It should come up. It should also have my picture there as well. So I do post on a regular basis in the Facebook group. I ask questions. This weekly live also goes in that Facebook group for sure. So you wouldn't miss any of these, or if you couldn't catch them live, you could, of course, listen to the replay later. So there's so many benefits, so many different people in there that you can connect with. Anyone listening that is already a part of the Facebook group, reach out to the newbies, okay? And ask to schedule those coffee chats to get to know each other and see how you can support each other or possibly collaborate with each other as well, okay? Again, the network is a paid network. You can visit the bi-monthly meetings twice for free. And if you would like to join the network, it is $47 a month or $525 annually. Again, this is where you can build relationships and power partners to help you grow your business. We would love to have you come join us. If you have any questions about anything I shared about the network itself, please do post your questions in the comments below, or you can send me a private message and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I also want to highlight a masterclass that I am doing on November the 18th at 12 noon. I have posted that in the Facebook group as well. You do need to sign up for the masterclass. It's only $47. It's an hour and a half class, and we will be learning about elevator speeches and how you can create multiple elevator speeches in that masterclass, okay? Now, in order to attend, you do have to sign up, no matter if you can attend live or, watch the replay later. If you do sign up, you will get access to the replay. The actual masterclass is going to be in a private Facebook group. So you have to sign up in order to get invited to that private Facebook group where the masterclass will actually take place. So please, go ahead and put that on your calendar. November the 18th at 12 noon is when that masterclass will be taking place. I will post that again later today in the Facebook group as well for your convenience, okay? Also, I want to let you know in the coming weeks, I'm going to be making some decisions about the network itself. Probably will have my decision made by early December. So I will be sharing that in the weeks to come. I'm not sure exactly what that decision is going to entail. I have quite a few things to review in order to make that decision. I just want to give you a heads up that a major decision about the network itself will be made in the weeks to come. Okay. All right. Let's dive into our topic about follow-up. Okay. Follow-up leads to profitability. The fortunes in the follow-up, right? We've all heard that. And it's so true. Like I said, this is my topic, and I could sit here and talk about it all day long. So you're going to get some juicy tips today about follow-up, okay? So follow-up helps you stay top of mind as well, okay? But before I go any further, I do want to tell you a little bit about me. This was me about 4 years ago. I was a preschool teacher for over 25 years. Not in the same place. I did do preschool teaching in several different places over those 25 years. However, 4 years ago, this is the classroom and the children that I was with. And then, of course, I made the decision to leave the teaching world and start my own business. Tiger Eye Solution was my very first business that I started. I did take a training program with a coach and trainer to start my virtual assistant business. I also earned a certification through that training program. So I am a certified virtual expert. And also my team that I have built for Tiger Eye Solution, we're all certified experts as we have all been through that same training program. So if you're looking for a virtual assistant, Tiger Eye Solution is the place to go, right? So that's kind of how Tiger Eye Solution was born. And that was back in 2018 when I started that training program and started creating my actual first business. So as I evolved, I realized how important relationship building is, and follow-up, of course, when you have a business or start a business. So in 2020, I kind of set that as my niche. Relationship management and follow-up is my niche area. So as I said before, I could talk about follow-up all day long because I really could, because there's so many different ways you can talk about follow-up, so many different ways you can do follow-up, right? So, and again, as I evolved and started, especially after the pandemic happened and started working with numerous clients, I saw the need, as a lot of businesses moved into the online space, that I could offer so much more. However, I did not want to be the one providing that so much more, because, I had my niche area. That's what I enjoyed doing, and that's what I wanted to do within my virtual assistant business. But if I built a team, so I did build a team in 2021, I could offer so many more services. So there are 11 virtual experts on the Tigereye Solution team. We all specialize in something different. So as our clients come on board, it just depends on whatever services they're requesting as to who they actually work with. And we love working with all our clients. And also in 2021 is when I started my networking, and started going to different networking organizations, joined V-Team organization, and started networking on a regular basis. Early 2021 is when that started. I learned so much, and I also gained clients within my first 6 months of networking. And now it doesn't happen that way for everybody, so don't, get me wrong, but you can gain business through your networking efforts. Every business is different. Every person is different, right? So it just depends on who you are and what your business is and how you make the most of your networking efforts, right? Okay. We're not talking about networking today, but so yeah, that's when I created Relationship Connections Referral Network, was because I saw how beneficial it is to all professionals, to network your business and talk more about what you do and how you help your clients or customers, and make those connections and build those power partners, because you never know at what given time someone might need what you have to offer, right? Okay. So that's how Relationship Connections was born as well. And then, of course, this is my family. This is my why. This is why I get up and do what I do every single day. It's my husband, Jeff, my children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa. My oldest one, Caleb, is married. His wife is in the picture too, Abby. They are actually getting ready to become parents in February of 2023. So I will be a grandmother next year to twins. They're actually having twins. So a lot of preparations going on right now within my personal life and my family, getting ready for 2 additional family members to arrive early next year. Matthew, my middle son, graduated from college in 2021, and now he works for Apple, and he's really, really happy with what he does. My daughter is a sophomore in high school. Of course, she thinks she's so much older than just 15, but that's how it goes with girls. But this is my family, and this is my why. So if you are a professional and you have not determined what your why is, you definitely want to do that. That helps you with your passion, in what you're doing, whatever it is you're doing. Everybody's business is different, right? So you have to have a why. So if you have not determined what your why is, maybe set that as one of your goals between now and the end of the year, or even definitely first of next year, right? Because this is the time to be setting your goals, right? For this last quarter that we're in and for the beginning of next year. So, all right, we're going to dive into follow-up. There are different forms of follow-up, okay? Phone calls, emails, text or video messages, even social media, and definitely notes and cards. Yeah, some people say phone calls, really? Or haven't we kind of steered away from that? In some aspects, yes, we have. But you would be surprised at the response you get from actually making a phone call. Just because, your clients, customers, your prospects, whomever it is you're calling, they're not expecting that. And that also sets you apart from the rest if you actually take the time to make a phone call, a follow-up phone call, right? And take the time to have maybe 15, 20, 30-minute conversation over the phone with somebody that you have met or a prospect that you would like to get to know better or see how you could help, etc. Right? So, like I said before, the fortune's in the follow-up. We've all heard that, right? Emails, of course, is a good way, but lots of times emails get lost. They may or may not ever get seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I use emails as a form of follow-up too. With my follow-up, I switch it up. I don't follow up with the same person the same way every single time. Sometimes it may be a phone call that they get. Sometimes it might be an email. Sometimes it might be a card, a note or a card or something. That's also another one we have on here, right? Or a text message. Text messaging is really getting big in the follow-up world as well. Or a video message. I haven't got into the video messaging yet as far as my follow-up, but I know there are professionals out there that do the video messaging as well. And social media. You may ask why I have social media listed here, but yes, social media is a great place as well to stay connected and to follow up on a regular basis or help you stand out from others. If you have new connections that you met, maybe 3, 4, 5 people that you met at a networking event, go connect with them on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you think they may be, Instagram, go connect with them on their social media platforms and then engage. As they make posts on their social media platforms, make a comment or ask a question about whatever that post, consists of. Interact with what they're posting on social media. That's going to make you stand out above others for sure, right? And then when you go to ask for that one-on-one or that coffee chat or maybe a catch-up call a year from now, say you've already had your coffee chat with that person. But yes, you're connected with them on all their social channels. So you're engaging with what they're posting on social media. Later on, you may want to have another one-on-one call or a coffee chat. Maybe to discuss something they post on social media. If you found it intriguing or maybe if it was beneficial to you, for sure. Then have a conversation about whatever it was they posted on social media. So social media is a big place too to follow up and stay connected with those in your network, okay? So again, if you're attending a networking event in person or online, I do have notes if you see me looking down, and you exchange that contact information, right? That's something you normally always do when you go networking, whether it's in person or online. In person, you may share a business card that's going to have all your contact information on it, right? Online, you always share your contact information in the chat when you're networking online, right? So that others that are attending that same meeting know how to contact you if they would like to. They may want to have a coffee chat with you to get to know you better, or they may actually want to do business with you, right? So you always want to make sure you have that contact information ready for others to use, but also you're gathering contact information from those that you're networking with, right? If you collect 20, 50 business cards, if you're networking in person, you're going to take all those business cards back to your office with you, right? Or same thing when you're networking on Zoom, there's a way that you can save the chat before you leave that meeting so that you have all that contact information from everyone at that meeting. Okay, then after the meeting, what are you going to do with all that contact information? If you do nothing with all that information, you're leaving money on the table. You are literally leaving money on the table by not utilizing the contact information that you collect from network meetings. Okay. Now I'm going to explain how that you're leaving money on the table, right? Because sometimes someone may reach out and want to connect further. I have that conversation or maybe even collaborate with you. And then when you get on that call, then you remember who they are and what it is that they do. And of course, you want to thank them for taking the time to reach out to you, taking the time to schedule that coffee chat with you, right? But you also want to make sure you're utilizing that contact information, not just that other person. Okay? You meet John Smith at a networking event this week. John reaches, you want to try to be the one to reach out first, but John actually is the one that reaches out to you first. Okay? You definitely want to extend gratitude for him reaching out and scheduling that coffee chat or wanting to learn more about you and your business and what you do, right? There's also other ways. Okay, say you have that coffee chat with John. Okay, you can actually, I do this sometimes. I don't do this always. I probably should make a note and start doing it more often. But as you are having a coffee chat, you're on a Zoom call, having a coffee chat with someone, there is actually a way that you can actually take a picture of you and that other person. Maybe you want to, both of you are actually having a cup of coffee during that conversation. You can, just like me, I can hold up my coffee cup, and take that picture to let everyone know you had a coffee chat together. You can take that photo and post it all over the place. That's going to be beneficial for you and John. Okay, we're using John Smith. He's our example today. Okay, so you're having a coffee chat with John Smith, and you take that photo of you and John during that coffee chat meeting, right? You can utilize that photo when you take that photo of you and John. You can post it on social media and tag him in it. Had a great, post maybe a little bit about what the conversation was about, what y'all talked about. Pick and choose something, a topic that was that y'all discussed during that conversation, right? And make some kind of post about it using that photo that you took. Okay, because this is a way to show your support for that person and say thank you for being a part of your network, right? You may have just met John Smith. Say last week you and John Smith attended the same networking event. And so this week y'all actually had your coffee chats to get to know each other better and learn more about what each other does, right? So if you take that photo of y'all having that coffee chat and then you go post it on all your social media platforms, that's getting you and John out there in front of a lot of eyeballs, right? And you're actually speaking to, in that post, part of what that conversation was about. Okay? That can spark some interest with those eyeballs that is seeing those posts on the social media channels, right? So yeah. All right. This is another graphic you could use. People in your network, when they have a birthday, create a specific graphic to say happy birthday. Okay, say John Smith has a birthday coming up next week. Actually, I have a birthday coming up later this month. But say John Smith, you just had you just met him, you had your coffee chat, but you also learned through connecting with him on all his social media channels that he has a birthday coming up soon. Okay, so you could create a post. Okay, say his birthday's next Monday. Okay, we're just going to pick a day. His birthday is next Monday, whatever next Monday's date is. I have no idea. November 14th or whatever it is. You could create a graphic to wish him a happy birthday, but you also want to include the collaboration that you and him have had thus far. Okay? Y'all have collaborated because you have met at a networking event, you've had a coffee chat, you've posted about that coffee chat and the conversation on all these different social media channels, right? So next week on Monday, when you post and wish him a happy birthday, you can actually speak to that. Speak to whatever the collaboration is, or whatever the interest was between the two of you, okay? Whatever sparked y'all to be possibly power partners, okay? Y'all may or may not be a good fit to work together, but you may be a good fit to be power partners, right? And support each other in numerous of ways, okay? This right here is another way you're supporting John by posting next Monday on his birthday, creating a post using a graphic, wishing him a simple happy birthday, something as simple as saying happy birthday, okay? Especially, as we get older, as a kid, you're all excited about your birthday, right? Because you may be going to have a party, you may be going to have a cake, and people are going to come over and bring you gifts, all the things, right? When you're a kid and you're celebrating your birthday. Well, as we get to be adults and start getting older, all that kind of fades away, right? You don't necessarily get all that hype about your birthday, right? Your family and friends may wish you a happy birthday, or maybe your significant other and your children may give you a small little cake and sing happy birthday to you, something to that effect. But it's not all the big hype like it was when you were a kid, right? So just making a simple post and putting it on social media to wish somebody a happy birthday can go a long way, a very long way. So, like I said, you could actually just make their day. And plus, you can include your photo like I have here and kind of make the post about John, of course, because it's his birthday. But, say, I enjoyed collaborating with John last week over a great coffee chat where we discussed blah, 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 blah. Right? That way it's still beneficial for both of you, but yet you're showing gratitude and being a very kind person by wishing him a happy birthday as well, right? Okay. Another way is the holidays, right? Is the holidays not upon us? Yes. Thanksgiving is what, in 2 weeks? Oh my goodness. And the next month is Christmas, right? Now, you can also post about the holidays and stuff like that, but you also want to be considerate of others who may not celebrate specific holidays. Yes, we have 2 holidays back to back, this month and next month. But, especially if you're networking a lot online and you could be connecting with people globally, not just in the US, excuse me, but in other countries. And other countries celebrate different holidays than we do. I know I have connections in Canada. Okay. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving at the same time we do. So in 2 weeks, they're not going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, having this big, ginormous meal and turkey and all that good stuff with their family and friends like we are if we're in the US, right? So you want to be mindful of that as well. So, and you can also start sharing goals. Like, if you do want to send a holiday message, like, okay, most countries celebrate Christmas, so I wouldn't really send a whole lot out at Thanksgiving time unless they actually do celebrate Thanksgiving, or you just want to show your gratitude. The post or the card or whatever it is you choose to send does not actually have to say Happy Thanksgiving. It could say thankful and blessed, grateful, thankful, blessed, something to that effect. Just so you're not kind of overstepping, if you will, to those that you're sending it to. So you also want to start sharing with your connections, your goals and maybe updates that you're planning to do, or some changes maybe to your business that you're maybe planning for 2023. I just shared that earlier when I was doing the introduction and talking about the network itself, right? I told you there's a big decision coming, which is also going to include some changes for the network itself. So that's another way to stay connected. You can, okay, you met John Smith, you had a coffee chat, you're posting all over social media about you and John and what y'all talked about. Okay, but 6 months from now, maybe John has totally changed his business. He no longer is doing, oh goodness, I don't know. He's not in the flooring business anymore. Okay, maybe that's his business right now. But 6 months from now, he has decided to walk away from the flooring business and now is maybe doing, he's in the window business instead. Okay, just using those for examples. You definitely want to stay in touch with John on a regular basis. In other words, continue to follow up with John and all those that you're meeting, not just John, but everybody that you're meeting as you're networking, right? Because you never know when something major has changed within their business. But you want to stay up to date on that. You need to stay up to date on that, right? In order for you to be able, to refer the correct type of people to John. Initially, when y'all met and had your first coffee chat, he was in the flooring business. So you've been trying to send people that's interested or needing flooring services his way. Okay, March, April of next year, we're fast forwarding to March or April of 2023. He's not doing the floors no more. He's now doing windows. So those same type of people that you've been sending to John is not the correct people any longer, because he's not doing floors. He's doing windows. So you want to revamp that, or you want to have another coffee chat with him and get updated on where he is now, right? All right. So as you move forward in your business and possibly start offering new things, maybe you want to do a book club or a master class. I mentioned earlier that I'm doing a master class November 18th. There's different things like that throughout your business that you could also offer. So you want to definitely highlight those things in your business and stay top of mind. You want to make sure you contact John and let him know, I'm offering this masterclass, or I'm going to start doing a book club on a regular basis. Would you like to be a part of it? You and John, maybe you both like books. Maybe y'all could do it together. That's a good way to collaborate, right? But maybe y'all could host the book club together if that's something y'all both are interested in. It don't have to be a book club. It can be anything. But, that's just an example. So then you also could create cards and send them out. I love staying connected, or loving on my connections, right? So let's schedule a time to chat on Zoom. Something as simple as that. You could create something like this even in Canva. That's where this was created. I created it in Canva. And send it in an email to all your connections, or put it on their social media. If John Smith is a connection you've been connected with for a long time, you could post this, say, I love loving on my connections today. John, let's schedule our next Zoom call, or something like that, right? Or there's so many different ways, guys. So many different ways to stay top of mind and to stay connected and to follow up with all those in your network. Your past clients, your prospects, those you network with. You want to stay connected with all those people. Newsletter is another good way, because, okay, you connected with John. He's not going to become your client. Y'all are not a good fit for that. But however, he is going to stay a part of your network because he's agreed to do so. Y'all may or may not be able to collaborate together and do the book club or whatever, but yet he has agreed to be a part of your network. Okay, so you could just add him to your email list. ask him if that's okay if you add him to your email list. And therefore, if you send out a monthly or bi-monthly email newsletter, you're still following up with him with that newsletter. He's still being kept top of mind with what's going on within your business, because in that newsletter, all that kind of stuff is going to be in the newsletter, right? So there's many, many different ways. Another way is to send cards, of course. This is my most favorite way to follow up, is to send a thank you card or thinking of you card. Yes, I've got the holidays here, Thanksgiving and Christmas, but okay, say it wasn't Thanksgiving and Christmas time. It wasn't November and December, it's August and September. We don't have really any major holidays or anything major going on in those months. But you could still send a card. I'm thinking of you, or what's new? Enlighten me. What's new within your business? What is something that has changed, or something new you're starting to offer, or just ask them. What's new? Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go back. I will just stop my share. Sorry about that. I think my notes kind of hit a button or something. But yeah, you send those cards to all your connections and let them know how much you appreciate them, or how thankful you are that they're a part of your network, right? And again, if you haven't had a conversation with them recently, extend that invitation. Let's get on the Zoom call. Let's catch up, right? So follow up, guys. Like I said, I could sit here all day and talk about it. I am limiting myself to just what I put in my notes, but there's so much more that I could share about follow-up for sure. Since it is the holiday season, and some of you may be looking for gifts for, some family and friends, I am going to highlight my book. I did this book a couple of years ago, back in 2020. It's Jumpstart Your Blank Volume 3. Actually, I think Volume 5 just came out this week. But this is a compilation book that I was a part of back in 2020. So I wrote a chapter in this book. My chapter in this book is called Jumpstart Your Follow-Up. Okay? So since our topic today was follow-up and the holiday season is upon us, I wanted to highlight my book. So if you're a reader, or someone that you have to get a gift for is a reader and loves to read, this is a great gift option. You can go to my website, tigereyeSolution.com, click on the shop page, and you'll find the book there where you can purchase it. I think it's like $19.95, so just around $20 to purchase a copy of Jumpstart Your Blank. It can be a signed copy. I'll even sign it for you if you specify. If you're buying it for yourself, I'll be happy to sign it for you. Or if you're buying it for someone else, I can address it to them as well. So since it is holidays and we are looking for gifts, right? This makes a great gift. So again, you can go to my website, tigereyeSolution.com, click on the shop page, and it will drop down and you'll see my book. I also have coffee mugs there as well. If you're a coffee drinker, or if you know somebody that's a coffee drinker, we have Tiger Eye Solution coffee mugs. They're really nice. They're really big coffee mugs. So they're on the shop page as well if you're looking for great gifts, right? So until next week, everyone have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. And I'll see you again next Thursday.